Before there was the war dog, there was the war machine. You're looking at him. See those two big ears and his eyes? Killer mode. Welcome to War Dog Poker, episode 8, Unplugged. And before there was the war machine, aka Maximus, my friend here with the 4 paws, there was me, the one and only WarHammer. Take it away, brother.
I got you, WarHammer. I got you. Yeah! War Dog Poker, episode 8. We go unplugged today, baby.
Unplugged? What the hell is going on here?
Unplugged? What's unplugged? Let me tell you what unplugged is. When the War Dog gets back to the States, no more cell phone. Yep, no more cell phone. I'm serious about this. I've been serious about it for a while. I guess my first step was 2 years ago, unplugging from Facebook, and now unplugging from the cell phone. We have gone way too far into the wrong end, and I think that not having a phone is actually a better way to communicate. Well, at least a cell phone for that matter. Not having a cell phone. Lately, everybody's stuck in this whole text mode, you know? And let's be honest. War Dog can't really do text, all right? My sarcasm, my joking ways just don't translate well. And first off, all these damn acronyms, right? I'm already getting enough of acronyms from the Army. But now you're on text, SMH, WTF, KK, RSVP, MNLP, QRS, TUV, I don't know, WX, Y, and Z. I can't keep up. I really can't. And I remember seeing a comment recently was like, somebody said, oh, I was relaxing at home and all of a sudden my phone rang. Who calls anymore? WTF. Why don't you just text? See, that's a problem right there, folks. That's a serious problem. We don't communicate anymore. We're stuck behind that smartphone. Let it go. Not to mention, every time I have a smartphone, I always break and crack, and then I'm cutting my fingers trying to get through. But that's a whole nother story. But seriously, do you remember how it was back in the day, or are you too young to realize that? There's a bug right now in my room, and I'm probably sweating because I came from the gym. But okay, I digressed. But do you remember back in the day when you had to call on the house phone? You had to be polite. You had to memorize numbers too. You had to call somebody up and was like, hi, good evening, Mrs. Esters, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Black, Mrs. Banye, Mrs. Belcher, Mrs. Polevsky, Wesky, or Flavia. You had to be polite. Ask them how they were doing. Ask them, other little chit chat. It was a 45-minute process until you can even ask the person you want to speak to. It's those kind of skills I think our young people are lost completely now. Everything is text, And also then there's also the other opportunity. Like most of my friends, I guess, didn't really have a father figure, but I know one of them did. And then sometimes you'd be unlucky and you call, and you have to talk to Mr. Belcher, right? He'd be like, boy, what are you doing calling my house, boy? And, you got to be thinking on the fly, right? Because you don't want to upset Mr. Belcher. If you ever met Mr. Belcher, I was scared of him. And I think all the kids were scared of Mr. Belcher. But you had to be able to go on the fly and be able to use your words to get out of situations and to actually be a better adult, I think. And, yeah. Oh, I know what you've been wondering. You want to ask, and I actually want to tell you, it was like this little awkward moment we're having, and you're wondering, what is this awesome thing I'm wearing right now? Well, let me tell you. This is a physical training belt, aka the single most important piece of equipment the Army will ever give you, ever. Nothing bad can ever happen to you if you're wearing a PT belt. Forget about the vest, forget about the helmet, forget about your weapon, ammunition, that's all secondary. If you're wearing this, you're safe. I mean, hell, I don't even go to sleep without wearing my PT belt. Because what if I'm sleepwalking and I decide to cross the street? You know, people on post here can go upwards of 20 kilometers per hour. Do the math at home. That's fast. So yes, not to mention, It's yellow, black and yellow, Wiz Khalifa. A little thing going on, so I'm being both fly, sexy, and safe. That's a triple combo. Speaking of triple combos, when I go out to the club, right, people say I'm charming, good looking, and charismatic. But how will this whole operation work without a cell phone, right? So imagine a scenario, right? Let's throw a little Wiz Khalifa on real quick so we get a little beats going on, get a little club feeling, right? You know what I'm saying? So you're in the club, right? You're wearing your PT belt for both safety and to look fresh to death. Talk to the girl. You already know you got this locked down. First she asks you, let's exchange Facebook. That's what people do now, right? And you kind of break it to them. You don't have it. And then they give you this whole story about, oh, I respect that. Honestly, the only reason I'm still on it is because X, Y, and Z. Otherwise, I'd be off. This, that, and the other. I've heard all the reasons why, okay? The real reason, I'm not going to get into the real reason. But we know what the real reason is. So then, this is where it might get a little bit difficult, right? They're going to be like, well, War Dog, you're so amazing. Let's exchange numbers. That's when I have to be like, I don't have a cell phone. But as they walk away, I'm like, wait, I got a home phone. Cordless. I mean, I'm not a complete recluse. But hell, if they keep walking away, it's their loss. All right, now let's wrap up this video here. The most important reason that I'm looking to change and I'm looking to get unplugged is really freedom. That cell phone is a waste. It clings on you. You live, you breathe. You're always in that smartphone. Just people let go. If you watch that movie the song is from, what's it called? Cruel Intentions. At the end of it, Reese Witherspoon is in a little black sports car and she's driving off to the sunset. That little coupe kind of reminds me also of the coupe that Luke Perry, a.k.a. Dylan McKay, rode in season 6 when he decided to ride off to the sunset too. And yes, I did just quote Cruel Intentions. I did just quote 90210. But in both examples, both of those characters riding in that black convertible, riding in an open highway, and they were free. They were just moving along, and they gave up that stress. And I thought to myself, why can't that be me? Why do I have to be clung and stuck to this ridiculous technology that's keeping us all like sheep in line? Not me. Not the War Dog. I can change. I know you can change. We can all change. We can all have that moment in the vehicle. We can all think about freedom. I can change. I can change. The War Dog can change. The War Dog will change.
Change is good. Get some.